Okay, so today I'm going to do a video I wanted to do a couple of years ago but never got around to it, and it's about Bitcoin. Because today I just sort of looked at Bitcoin, it's just going through the roof. It's around about 41,000 Australian dollars, almost 42,000 Australian dollars. And if you put that into US, where are we here? US dollars, we are looking at 32,625 US dollars. And it's just going gangbusters here, you know. It started off, was it July last year, only 9,660 US dollars, and it's up to 32,000 now. So what's going on? Why am I wary of Bitcoin? I'll try and explain it to you very simply. So we'll go full screen so we can explain this to you. Why I don't like Bitcoin when everyone else has gone wild about it. So say you've got your eye on this DB5, you know, you spotted it in the showroom, you want it. I want this DB5. And they accept Bitcoin. And the guy goes, great. What's the US dollars? 32,000 US dollars. Say this DB5 is worth one Bitcoin, right? So you go give them the Bitcoin. Then you're sort of thinking, well, hang on a minute. Why am I going to pay in Bitcoin? I might as well pay in US dollars because my Bitcoin's going up. Why am I going to pay in Bitcoin? I'm giving something more valuable to the guy, you know, and it's selling me the car, even though this thing's going to go up in price anyway. But so there lies the problem. If it's a currency, you're going to be hanging on to it, and it's more like an investment. But if it's an investment, it can't be a currency because currencies are fairly stable. So if you look at, say, let's get another graph up here, the US to Aussie dollar. And people don't realise this. To me, it was obvious. So this is a 10-year graph of the Australian dollar to US dollar. So back in, this is 10 years ago, we were getting, let's have a look here, about $1.06, right? And it moved down to about 80 cents. So it's reasonably stable. You know, you've got this big dip here. When was this? Back in March 2020, it dipped to 58 cents back in March. I think of all the stability with coronavirus and everything, and then it just steadily started rising again. So when you take the averages, it's fairly stable, and that's what makes it a good currency, the US dollar, because it's reasonably stable. And so you can sort of be fairly sure that you can do trading in US dollars. And I'm not the only one that thinks this as well, that Bitcoin is a bit of a scam. So actually, first we'll go to Motley. Where is it? So this is the Guardian. Yeah, let's take the Guardian for financial advice. It goes, Bitcoin surges to a record $28,500, quadrupling in value this year. So now I've got a situation where people read these articles and they go, oh my god, I'm going to miss out. I better get some Bitcoin. And that just pushes the price up. And so it's the old fear of missing out. And so you're artificially inflating the price just by doing that. So it's a speculative investment, and it's not really investment. If it's speculative, it's not really investment. It's gambling. And I'm not the only one that thinks this. It's got four. So I've got this article from Motley Fool, which is a well-respected Australian financial advice type column. And of course, don't take my advice. Make up your own mind. But this is just my 2 cents worth, so to speak, 2 Bitcoins worth. So 4 reasons Warren Buffett can't stomach Bitcoin. He goes, if there's one thing Warren Buffett will never invest in, it's Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. He calls it rat poison squared, a mirage, and a gambling device. So yeah, I mentioned gambling. He still thinks the same thing. If there's anyone who hates it more, it's Berkshire Hathaway's second in command, Charlie Munger. He's called Bitcoin just dementia and compared it to trading turds. Now, in defense of Bitcoin, there is the blockchain technology behind Bitcoin. I'm not too sure. I haven't really researched Bitcoin too much. I just look at these graphs and think, no, I'm out. I'm not mucking around here. This looks like just total speculation. But the blockchain security measures, the what do you call it? Encryption, that sort of thing. I think that's got some value. I'm not too sure whether that's split separately. Probably is. There's probably a blockchain. We can probably do a quick search here. Let's put can you invest in blockchain technology? 5 ways to invest in blockchain boom. So yeah, there's probably some way you can invest in. So blockchains behind the Bitcoin, etc., etc. There's probably ways to do it. Nvidia, etc., etc. IBM, Mastercard. So just invest in IBM. It's a blue chip company, and you've got it covered. Amazon, and they've probably got. There we go. Blah, 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 offers managed blockchain, etc., etc. Right. So getting off topic here. Back to Warren Buffett. So blockchain, must admit, that's probably going to be something that we'll be using in the future and right now as well. Now the thing is, back to this article here that's going on about Bitcoin before we go back to Warren. Sorry about this, I'm skipping backwards and forwards, but as I'm thinking of things, it's in both articles. So basically Bitcoin got a big boost because PayPal says they're going to PayPal's launched a crypto trading service on its platform, has reportedly bought nearly 70% of all new Bitcoin in circulation, so that's pushed the price up. But this is quite dangerous because what if PayPal says, we're getting out of Bitcoin and dumps the whole lot? Then the price will go south as well. Saying it's an alternative to gold, blah, 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 blah. I'm not buying it. Anyway, so I'd rather listen to Warren Buffett. He's very conservative, and so he says he does not invest in unproductive assets. Same reason he doesn't like gold, because it doesn't produce anything. He likes his assets to be productive. So they make things, they produce things, they value add, and you share in the profits of that value adding. He considers it, number 2, he considers it speculation, not investment. And I talked about that too, the volatility. It says in 2007 its price skyrocketed 1,950% to nearly 20,000. Now it's at 32. By early 2019 it lost nearly 85% of its value, and now it's finished out 2019 80% higher. So when was this article done? October 13th 2020, so it's only a couple of months old, 3 months. He's a stickler for reputation. He doesn't like the fact that Bitcoin's been used in the black market, Silk Road, that sort of thing. This is quite funny. He says Buffett said the only economic contribution may be to cut the demand for suitcases, because rather than lugging around money-stuffed suitcases, criminals can just use Bitcoin. The guy's got a good sense of humour. He only invested in what he knows, and probably being an older guy, he's not too up with these new high-tech things. Buffett has said repeatedly he believes cryptocurrencies will end badly. The problem is there's no clue when. Keeping with this rule of investing in what he knows, Buffett will never bet money by shorting cryptocurrencies either, and he's quoted as saying, "I get enough trouble with things I think I know something about," he told CNBC in 2018. "Why in the world would I take a long or short position in something I don't know anything about?" So there we go. So yeah, I'd stick with Warren Buffett's advice over people that are just flooding the Bitcoin market. And I think what's happening as well is interest rates are extremely low at the moment, and people are looking at somewhere to park their money, and also pension funds and so forth. They want a return on investment, keep the pension funds growing. and they're always looking for ways to grow their funds. So it's a very very difficult time for investors because everyone's just looking for easy money. Maybe not looking into a long term goal, and not listening to Warren Buffett, who's as they said. There's one little bit he said here as well. He goes, he talks about how he invests in companies basically for decades. Where is it? Where did it say it right here somewhere? Could have sworn I read this as I was doing my research. Oh, here we go. Buffett said Berkshire's favourite holding period is forever. He tells investors not to buy Berkshire stock unless they can hold it for at least 5 years. Berkshire Hathaway has built much of its fortune by holding huge stakes in stalwarts like Coca-Cola and American Express for many decades. So yeah, he doesn't like these fly-by-night sort of things, get-rich-quick schemes, that sort of thing. He likes to, he's very conservative. He's been plodding along, making billions and billions of dollars. So take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm not a financial advisor, but it's just my gut feeling with Bitcoin that I wouldn't invest in it. Mainly because it's not an investment; it's just speculation, and it varies. You can just swing up and down very quickly. And I think what's pushing this big surge now is that PayPal as I said, they're buying 70% of all new Bitcoin that's coming on the market. So it's just pushing the price way up. Okay, guys. So there we go. I've done my Bitcoin video. This was years ago. I know Durian Ryder, one of the guys that got me into YouTube. I think he invested a little bit in Bitcoin and pulled out. And and I said to him, I wouldn't see it as a long-term investment, but it might just keep going up. Who knows? But I wouldn't be investing in it because it can zoom down very very quickly as well. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.